Hello, just a quick little video before I head to the gym. Wanted to talk about evaluating our progress and why it's not such a good idea to only rely on the scale to figure out how well we're doing on our weight loss journey. At the Wellness Palette, we typically, in addition to weighing in the clients, we typically also do body mass index, body fat percentage measurements, and we ask clients to pay attention as they are progressing from week to week about how they are feeling in their clothes, how their face is looking, how their shoes fit, their rings fit, their watches, because all these are going to be indication of how well you're doing on your weight loss journey. The scale will mess with you, and there's no other way to put it, really. The scale will mess with you. One example that I can use to illustrate that is that there was a woman who I read about today, actually, who decided that she was going to do an experiment and that she was going to weigh herself 15 times in one day and actually take pictures of the scale and talk about how she was feeling and what she had been doing from one weigh into another. As you can imagine, she actually had her weight fluctuate throughout the entire day, up and down, up and down. And there was really no rhyme or reason behind it. She tried to find a pattern and there really wasn't any. Now, the experts know that several factors will, in fact, impact your weight at the scale. We know that water retention is a big one, hormonal changes is another one. We know that body mass, body composition, we even know that workouts can make a difference. If you've just worked out, chances are you have dehydrated, and chances are you're going to be lighter after a workout on the scale. The reverse, if you have eaten foods that are high in sodium, for example, it is very likely that you're going to be retaining water, and that as a result, your body weight is going to be higher at the scale. So just keep in mind that as human beings, it is virtually impossible for us to eat or drink enough of anything to gain a tremendous amount of weight between one day to the next. If your scale is jumping 5 pounds from one day to the next, most likely you did not eat enough food for that to happen. What's going to happen is that it's probably water retention, and that's probably the reason why you see that increase in the scale. So that's why we say pay attention to non-scale victories so that you can really have a better idea. Like, for example, your body fat percentage really talks about really provides you with a sense of how much of your body's composition, how much of a percent of that is fat versus muscles, bones, and so on. Body mass index measurements, are you actually shrinking in size? Remember also that muscles weigh more than fat. So there's a variety of reasons why the scale will not necessarily be giving you the true picture of what's going on. Let's also remember that a pound is a pound, but really when we're looking at your body, you could weigh the same as another person but be in much better physical shape than that person if your body composition is more balanced. So I think I've lost my train of thought. I wanted to talk about something else. I've talked about the non-scale victories. I've talked about the reason why the weight can fluctuate. Oh, and also I wanted to talk about the best time to weigh yourself. Typically people say it's when you first wake up, before you've had a chance to eat or drink anything, after you have eliminated, through urine and bowel movement, without any clothes on. But we also want to caution against doing that too often throughout the week for the reasons that I mentioned earlier in the video. So remember, the scale will mess with you. Don't allow it to be the only way through which you're evaluating your progress. As long as you're eating well, you're using common sense, for the balancing of your meals, you're working out, you're getting your sleep, you're drinking your water, you are managing your stress, keep in mind that all these things together give you a holistic approach to your weight loss, and you just have to trust the process and keep pushing on. Remember, we talked about the fact that yes, you are going to hit plateaus. Yes, you are going to even gain back a few pounds here and there, but keep pushing, keep pushing. Use the other means of evaluating, like the body mass index, the fat measurement, seeing the sizes changing in your clothes, you know, how the shape of your face, and all these things that I mentioned before, to really get a better sense of what you're doing. The change in the scale will happen, but they tend to be a little bit more erratic than the other methods that I mentioned before. Okay, time for me to go and actually get on that treadmill tonight, and perhaps even put in a little bit of strength training, because I have not done much of that. I've done more of the cardio, but not so much strength training. So planking tonight, yes, I'm gonna put it. Now that I've said it, I have to do it. And also some strength training, okay, with the machines and the weights. I've actually spoken to a personal trainer today, in the spirit of transparency, and I am gonna be enrolling his help to really do due diligence with the weight training, and make sure that I don't injure myself, that I'm using the proper form, and that I have somebody supervising my workouts, because that is not something that I have a lot of experience in. Cardio is all fine, walking is all fine, jogging, you know, doing classes, that's fine, but I'm lacking in that department. So anyway, I detract, so have a good one, and hoping you have a good, healthy evening. Talk to you soon, in wellness and kindness as usual to your health. Bye-bye.